What is going on, y'all? It's your boy Malik back with another video, man. And let's get into it. Some more NBA news, NBA season predictions. Let's get it. As y'all can see, I got the basketball in my hand today for props or whatever you want to do. Make the video cooler. I ain't going to be doing nothing with this basketball, so it don't matter. Let's go. So today, I want to talk about who my Eastern Conference sleeper teams could be. So last year, well, before last year, I feel like there's always that team that just sneaks up on everybody. And we're like, dang, we did not expect this at the beginning of this season. Last year in the Eastern Conference, it was definitely the New York Knicks. Julius Randle had a great season. Great season. Won most improved. Got them to the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. RJ Barrett did good. Then you had Quickly and Obi Toppin. Those young guys were hooping. Nerlens Noel did a good job. Then you bring in the veterans in Taj Gibson and Derrick Rose. This year, I got 2 sleeper teams. First team I got is the Washington Wizards. Now, last year, the Washington Wizards, they had Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook got traded to the Lakers this offseason. But Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal were supposed to be a pretty good duo, and they were. At the beginning of the season last year, Russell was still trying to fit in with the team. And then later on during the season, he came out saying that he had an injury. And after that, you know, he went on that crazy triple-double run that he always does. And he did, and led them to the playoffs. So, unfortunately, they had to play the Sixers in the playoffs first round, and they lost. So, that's when kind of the turmoil hit. And throughout the season last year, people were like, why is Bradley Beal still on the team? Why hasn't he requested a trade? And Bradley Beal is like, he wants to stay with his team. He wants to build the team. And people are like, okay, well, just suffer if you want to. This season, I think they put some good, solid pieces around Bradley Beal. First, they signed Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer is not like anybody special or like a top point guard, but he is a serviceable point guard, I think, that has done good work his past few years in the NBA. And he was hurt last year with the ACL. But before then, the next team that he was on with D'Angelo Russell when they made the playoffs was good. And then when Kyrie got there the next season and Kyrie was hurt, he stepped in and did his thing as well. So I think Spencer Dinwiddie could actually be a good 1-2 with Bradley Beal. Then you add on KCP, Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma. Those 3 players came from the Lakers in the trade for Russell Westbrook. And those players could be good pieces as well. KCP is a 3-and-D player. Montrezl Harrell is a guy that's going to come off the bench and give you a lot of energy, a lot of nasty, dirty work in the paint. Like, I like Trez. Trez is a dog. Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma is a bucket when he can be. He wasn't able to be that bucket on the Lakers because, I mean, you had LeBron, AD, like, it's only one ball. It's 2 stars. He could have been a part of that big 3, but he never really got to that point where he just elevated. He kind of just was the guy that just stayed in the corner, or when he did get the ball, really wasn't much he was doing with it. But he's in Washington now where they're going to need people to score. So this is the perfect opportunity for him. I think he will start alongside Bradley Beal. If all Kyle Kuzma got to do is just score and get buckets, that's what Kyle Kuzma is going to do. Because we've seen the first 2 years when he was on the Lakers, that's what he was doing, getting buckets. So with those players, you add on Rui, you have Daniel Gafford already, you got Bertans, you got Denny. Like, this is a solid all-around team in my opinion. They're solid pieces everywhere on this depth chart. I don't know what they're going to do as far as backup point guard. I know they have Neto. Neto is solid as well, so I like him. But I think they're going to really need like not like a legit, but somebody that you can really trust at that backup point guard spot. Now, when I say sleeper for the Wizards, I had them like 8, 9, 10 seed. Some people don't even think they might not even make the 8th, 9th, or 10th seed. I think their floor is definitely like 10, 11, but their ceiling, if this team can really like mesh together early and Bradley Beal gets going. Bradley Beal said that he wants to be on an all-defensive team. I don't know if he's going to get that because Bradley Beal is not known for defense. But if he can put up 30 a game like he did last year, and he has those other players on the team like Kuzma and Dinwiddie, KCP, I think they'll have a good chance to... Their ceiling is at least 7 and maybe 6. Who knows? I don't want to go as far as 6, but definitely 7 I think is their ceiling. The other team that I think is going to be a sleeper in the Eastern Conference, the Charlotte Hornets. Now, last year, the Hornets, they did make the play-in tournament, but they lost, so they got kicked out. This year, they're bringing back, of course, LaMelo. LaMelo had a great rookie season, rookie of the year. The reason I think they didn't really do that great last year down the stretch was because Gordon Hayward was hurt. So you bring him back this season. You got Terry Rozier, Scary Terry. He's a bucket. You got Miles Bridges. You drafted Book Knight. You still got P.J. Washington, Mason Plumlee. It's not anybody on this team where it's like an eye-opener, like, oh, shoot, yeah, they just amazing. I mean, the best player is definitely probably Gordon Hayward. And then after that's LaMelo. But like I said, it's not anybody where it's like surprising, like, oh, this player definitely puts them over the top. But I think if they get the chemistry together, I think they're going to be a very exciting team, though. Like, definitely exciting. Already through the preseason, we've seen LaMelo throw a couple dimes where it's like, oh, I'm tripping. But yeah, like he's thrown a couple like amazing passes so far. You already know Miles Bridges is good for a good posterizer or two. Like Gordon Hayward is the vet on the team, so he's gonna slow the team down. He's gonna let them know what to do. Now, my floor and my ceiling for the Hornets, I definitely think it's kind of like the Wizards. I think their floor would be 10th, 11th seed if things don't work out. Like, they're still a young team, regardless if they have, you know, Gordon and Terry. Like, everybody out there outside of them is fairly young. Oh, yeah. Man, how could I forget? I literally just remembered. The Hornets signed Kelly Oubre this year. I am a Kelly Oubre fan. I know last video I said I was a Tyler Hero fan, and I probably said I was a fan. I was a Jordan Poole fan in the video before, but I am a Kelly Oubre fan. Before I was a Tyler Hero fan or Jordan Poole fan, I was a Kelly Oubre fan. I like Kelly Oubre's energy. Oubre is a dog. Oubre is a dog. He has good energy. He can defend. He can shoot the 3 ball. He's a 3-and-D player. And I just like his swag, too. Like, dude is just swaggy. So, I mess with him. So, yeah, when you just look at that team, I think their floor is definitely maybe like 9, 10, 11. Their ceiling is probably the same as the Wizards. Like, I think the Wizards and the Hornets will probably be, like, in that same little area. Like, as far as, like, trying to fight for a playoff spot, trying to fight for a play-in spot. I think those two teams are kind of... But if I would put them up against each other, I'd definitely take the Wizards just because of Bradley Beal and just what he can do. And I think they also have more proven players on their team than the Hornets. So, yeah, we're going to see how this season goes for those two teams. I definitely think those are teams that you should look out for and teams that you should watch. Like on League, if you got League Pass, definitely watch those teams because they're pretty exciting, especially the Hornets. I think the Hornets are going to be one of those flashy teams, one of those flashy young teams. And shoot, maybe even the Wizards too. Wizards definitely have a good shot of getting that 7 to 8 seed. So y'all watch out for them. I thank y'all for rocking with me again. Always, you know what the goal is. 50 subscribers. My boy Shot told me that I was probably going to get it by the end of this month. So let's keep it going, guys. Of course, I always got to do my t-shirt shout out. This shirt is Never Fold by Jay Jones. I started watching him on YouTube actually a couple years ago. My friend Blaine put me on to him and Trey Good, and basically their YouTube is Kick Genius, where they just do shoe reviews and they actually play basketball in them, but they started doing more things that were outside of that. Jay Jones has his own little thing going right now though, especially his clothing brand. If you want to check out his clothing, his Instagram is @IamJayJones. The Instagram for his merch is is NVR_FLD, never fold. NVR_FLD. Y'all check it out. I have like a couple of more shirts and bands, like armbands for him. Like, I gotta support black businesses, y'all. If y'all like this merch, if y'all want to check out his merch, definitely go on his Instagram pages. And if you want to check out his YouTube, I think his YouTube is Jay Jones. Follow, subscribe, like, comment, share, tell your friends about me. As always, like I said, we trying to get to 50 subscribers, y'all. 50 is the goal. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Leak out.